and build out the whole Star Citizen universe. We have the Ark Starmap, which we've talked about for a while. And it's going to start out on our web platform, although it doesn't look like anything you would ever see on a web platform. And the same setup, database, views, shaders, all the rest will also be what's inside the game, for your skyline on your Mobi-Glass, your nav computer, your Holo nav table. Of course, those will have additional navigation and plotting features. But I thought it would be great to have David Haddock come up and talk you through it. So we have David Haddock, our lead writer, David and his team, and Turbulent and Gamerzone, who have been working with Turbulent in Montreal, have been building this star map, and they've been doing an amazing job. So I'm going to put it over to Dave. He's going to walk you through it. I think you're going to like what you see.
Yes. Hello, Manchester. So Jeff here is going to assist us.
Is this working? Is this on?
Sorry?
Is this on? Is it working? We good? Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we've sort of talked in lore a lot about a lot of the systems and a lot of the planets that you're going to be visiting, but we've always been a little cagey about how they all connect together and exactly what they are. So this is basically going to be your first look at the Star Citizen universe. So let's take a look.
All right.
So this is exactly where you guys just left. This is Crusader, one of the planets in Stanton. And if you pan around, you will see that we actually have representations of some of the locations that you were just at. So again, basically what we've been doing is, this is part of the thing we actually mentioned, I believe on one of the 10 for the writers, about talking with astrophysicists and stuff like that to try and make it as real as possible and use kind of scientific data and stuff like that to make it as believable and yet still awesome and cool and stuff like that. So this is a planet, but we're not just doing a planet in this game. So why don't we take a step back?
Do you want me to start by showing off the information wheel, or should we go to some of the systems? All right.
So each planet will have basically, each kind of location will have basically what they call the disk here, which will give you planetary information, which you can bring up right there, and also information on some of the landing zones that you'll be able to visit, and also options that we will get to in a second. You can bookmark stuff, obviously. Basically, this is just going to be a way for you guys to immerse yourself in everything. It's going to be pretty outstanding. And you can also have routing options, which we'll get into in a second. But outside of that, you can now see the rest of Stanton's system. So this is home to the 4 corporations that have bought planets, basically. And so you have Hurston, Ark Corp, Crusader, and Microtech. Also, you have Celestial Bodies. And for example, and also you have jump points. So you can see exactly, where these jump points are in position to the planets and stuff like that. And again, this is all we're still early on in this process, so this stuff will shift a little bit as we kind of figure out gameplay and, work with design and stuff like that. But one thing real quick, I mean, if we want to show sensors, if you're traveling through a system, it's helpful to know where to not go if you want to not get attacked. So we have basically 3 sensors. So this one shows you population density, so where in the areas in the system that have life forms, basically. The middle one, economy, where do you go if you have stuff you want to sell? And it's a sort of a universal number, so it can be illegal stuff too, and which I'm sure none of you are going to do. And this is threat, so crime zones, places that you might want to avoid if you don't want to get into a fight and stuff like that. So as you can see, it is absolutely beautiful. But again, this is one system, and we're talking about a universe. So let's take one more step back. So there's Stanton. And that is everything. So here you can see each one is marked. We have all the various factions: UEE, Banu, Vandal, Xi'an, developing systems, and unclaimed systems, which generally get known as pirate systems. And so yeah, this is basically your map. This is going to be the playground that ultimately is Star Citizen. Now, systems are great, but obviously you got to get to them. So let's turn on some jump points.
Yep. These are small ones. Any small ship can use these, but anything larger can't, unfortunately. These are the medium ones, which, again, medium ships like the Freelancer can use. And finally, the large jump points. And if I just switch to 2D, we can see how this all joins together.
And also, super fun, if you mouse over, you can see what jump points are connected to whatever system. So you can get a sense of basically traveling. How do you traverse this very, very varied and dangerous and exciting universe? So basically, all of these systems have descriptions. All of these systems have planets that have been locked down. So basically, you get to kind of wander around and see what the planets are and stuff like that.
Should we try and plot a journey then?
Why don't we, I think so, yeah. I mean, yeah, let's do it. So yes, in addition to this, which is truly awesome, they've built in a system for planning out routes. So we're going to basically chart a course from Crusader and Stanton to go to Earth in Seoul. And ultimately, this is going to have a bunch of options to it. So right now, we're sort of working with sort of base AU distances and stuff like that. But you'll be able to decide, if you want to take a safer route, if you want to take the most fuel-efficient route, or if you want to take the fastest route. You can decide how you want to get to that system. And the thing that we had marked earlier, with the routing options on these individual planets, if you've been attacked 18 times in Pyro and you don't ever want to go to Pyro again, you can mark that system so your routes will avoid it. So it will take you around it so you don't get attacked for a 19. Yeah. All right, so we've got a route. We're decided, all right, we're going to go take some stuff from Crusader to go to Earth, and let's plot it out. So this is our route. Now you have several ways you can do it. You can kind of step through it a la like a Google Map type thing. Also, we should show them a jump point.
Yep, let's take a look at jump point then. This is the Magnus to Ellis jump point. And you can see this little trail leading off of it. And in the background, you can see Ellis.
Yeah, you actually can see where it's pointing towards, the system that it's pointing towards, which is really cool. So your next system. And then we move on to Killian. And again, also if you look at the system map, you can see there's demarcated the green zones and also frost lines. So we're trying to figure that stuff out so it becomes, again, kind of as scientifically accurate as we can make it. So this is Killian. This is the naval home base. Actually, yeah.
Shall I just skip us through to Earth now?
Do it. Go for it. And this takes us to Earth. So with this, you also, like I said, you can scan around. You can see landing zones. So we have the 3: New York, Moscow, and Shanghai marked out, and stuff like that. So again, I mean, this is basically just going to be an initial look at everything that is the Star Citizen universe. And yeah, it is super amazing and a lot of fun to play around with. And we really look forward to you guys taking a look at it. And we also just got to say to Benoit, Ken, Scott, Benjamin in LA, Sherry, Adam, Will in Austin, Rob, Jason, Evan, and Tony, and everybody at Turbulent and everybody in CIG. This is big contributing to this.
And the Gamers On team.
And the Gamers On team, yeah.
It's truly fantastic. They did a great job. And this is available as of now on the website for people to play around with.
So enjoy.
Thanks, Dave.